Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
I know where the samurai comes from.
Where?
Well, I saw it on television one time. I saw Toshiro Mifune in Sanjuro, and I had never seen a samurai movie.
The samurai is a character he developed at home that I did see develop. And there was a festival, a film festival of samurai films on PBS. And they would be on a few times a day. He was watching them, and it was like the TV was drawing him in. He was being this force. He'd get closer and closer to the set and watching Toshiro Mifune, and like it began to talk along with him and be very guttural and and he would just doing these gestures, and he suddenly up and walking with him, and he began to do a lot of things like Toshiro Mifune. And so I had a large closet pole that was sitting around. So I thought, well, he needs a sword. I'd seen enough now to know what was going on, so I give him this thing. Next, my mistake. Next thing I know, it's like all over the room, and I'm, grabbing lamps, and the cats are running from him.
I was watching it. It was a Channel 13 educational station in New York. It was showing samurai Japanese movies, and one week they showed Sanjuro 3 times. So I just happened to have it on, and I looked at this guy, and I went, oh my God, it was Toshiro Mifune. And he's going, and doing all this stuff that I couldn't believe it. And the sword fighting was fabulous. I was watching it, and then it came on again, and I watched it again, and I was fascinated. So I was watching it, I was going, and like I turned to, I watched how he walked and stuff. It was funny, and
Plus, there's an amazing physical similarity when he puts his
so I would like.
Did you see it? Did you see when you're watching the thing on television? You could almost kind of see yourself.
No,
nothing.
No
like
way. Did I think I could do that? I didn't know. So I just got doing it around the house. Like
you grab your hair like in a fist.
I grab my hair like this, but like I would take his broom, this broomstick that we had in the house, and I'd stick it in my belt, and I'd sneak up on my wife, and I go, scare and stuff, and I start talking to her and knocking at she didn't know what I was talking about, what I was doing. I go to my cats, with the sword, and I didn't know what was going on. And so when I went into audition for Saturday night, I didn't want to go and audition with something that everybody knew, so all my friends, most of my friends were there auditioning.
So it was a cattle call, and you wouldn't believe. There were hundreds.
There were a lot of people who came in, but when I went in for mine, like 50 people came in the room to get me on the show. I mean, I had a lot of good friends who helped me.
So Samurai predates Saturday Night Live?
Just barely, yes. But I mean, I didn't do it in any other shows. So I walked in there, and they didn't know what I was going to do, and like they were hoping that I would show this producer who didn't like me. Lorne Michaels was not nuts about me.
Toshiro Mifune as the samurai. And it was tremendously impressive.
I had what you call a bad attitude, How about TV? And I was kind of a punk, as an, this is not very good, but I'll do your show, and I was that kind of attitude, I said, I'll let you have me on your show. I was the worst way to try to get a job. So I went in and I just. He said, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. I'll do about 4 minutes, this thing. And I brought my robe. I put this robe on. And I took my shoes and socks off. And I had this ballet bar I stole from this rehearsal studio. Those little round poles. And a rubber band, I put my hair up, and I stuck this thing in my robe, and I turned around and went, Where's and I started just walking around the room with this pole. And it was real.
They loved it. They
hired me.
That was it.
Samurai was just something that happened on the first show I did. And John and I got along doing it very well because, well, I loved listening to his fake Japanese and responding to it as though I knew what he was talking about.